Hey y'all, my name's Amber Harris and I currently attend the University of Kentucky and I am a rising junior. I lived in a dorm freshman year and then sophomore year I lived off campus in an apartment, so I definitely know what to bring and what not to bring going into junior year. So I'm really bad at bringing my whole closet when it comes to like moving in because I love my clothes and I just feel like I need to view them every single time I open my closet, and that's just like not the case. Like, just bring the clothes that are in season, meaning stuff that you can wear now, instead of bringing all the clothes that you can wear later, if that makes sense. So if it's the fall semester, don't bring like, I don't know, all your heavy duty sweaters and jackets and stuff until like November. Okay, the next thing, do not bring excessive amount of decor items. You don't need it. I did it my freshman year. I brought a whole bunch of decor items, like a whole bunch to put in my room. And yes, my room, in my opinion, looked really cute. But like, did I need all of it? No. I end up literally taking like half of it home. I want to say like maybe first semester or beginning of second semester, because that was like, I knew like time was approaching and I had to move out soon, and I just do not feel like taking a lot of stuff home. And you acquire so much, like so much through your first year that's not even funny. And I just remember moving out, I was like, why did I bring all this decor stuff? Like, it's ridiculous. The next thing that's really, like, this is really helpful, I swear, do not bring anything that your roommate says that he or she is bringing. Like, just don't do it. Don't waste your time and don't waste your money. You can share a toaster, you can share a Keurig, you know, like, you're gonna be fine. Convince your roommate, like, especially if you guys are friends, or maybe if you never met, just convince each other. Just be like, look, you have a Keurig? Good, then I'll bring like this, so that way you don't have to buy it. And it's just like, you don't need like 2 Keurigs. Like, I've seen that in people's dorm rooms and I'm like, why didn't one of you just bring 1 Keurig? Like, it's the exact same Keurig, different colors, because it's like weird. Like, don't do that. You're wasting so much counter space. You could have used that counter space for like something else. Don't do it. I swear, don't do it. Check with your front desk to see what they have available. And what I mean by this is that, like, when I lived in Woodland 4, they had like vacuums. I don't think they had brooms, but they had vacuums, cookware, and certain cleaning supplies available for students to check out, and all you just need to do is like hand your ID in and they'll hold it and then you use it and bring it back. The only downside with that is that like sometimes people didn't clean it, so you got to be aware of that. Clean them before you get them. If that freaks you out really bad, maybe bring stuff from home. I don't know. Okay, the next one, again, this definitely applies for like, things you can find at the dorm, but maybe don't bring a printer. This might be really controversial, but again, in all UK dorms, printing is free when you have the printer paper. The only downside is if you print at the dorms is that it's not going to print in color. So if your class needs you to print something in color, that could be a downside. I know my freshman year, I really didn't have to print that much, and I brought a printer from home and I was like, wow, I really didn't need it. And going into sophomore year, I printed, I want to say like not that much. Like, I'm trying to think, and it really wasn't that much. Now second semester sophomore year, because I had an English class that required me to print off like essays and stuff, I printed a lot, but that's, you know, I think it has to do with like what classes you're taking and not taking. I don't know if people still use irons anymore. I think they do, obviously, but I don't know if, like, you know, my generation uses irons. I would just say, if you want to, buy one, but I would suggest buying a steamer because it takes up less room. And also, like, an iron, there's just, you have the iron and then you have the ironing board, and I don't know, it's just like too clunky. takes up a lot of room, and you're like have a tendency to burn your clothes with one and the other. I went all my sophomore year, so this past year, without a TV in my apartment, especially in my room, and I was really fine. Like, I was okay. I think this depends on who you are. Like, I had Netflix and Hulu, so like if I wanted to catch up with shows, I would do that. And I'm a big like YouTube girl, so I love YouTube. If you really like watching cable, then I would suggest just bringing a TV, or if you're a gamer, bring a TV. But if you're, you know, if you can wait about watching certain things that are coming on and wait a day for it to get to Hulu, or if you have Hulu, then I would suggest doing that. Especially if you're a freshman and you're not like driving and your car's at home, I would not bring my like big keychain that has like all my house keys and stuff on it, and my car keys, just because you don't need it. And I feel like it's easier to get lost, and all you need is your ID card to like get in the dorms. And again, like when I lived off campus this past year, all I would bring out with me is just like my ID and then my key to get into my apartment, and that's it. So my last thing that I struggled with is, if you're a book lover, you don't need to bring like all your book collection. You just really need to bring like at least maybe, I don't know, 2 to 3 of your books that you think you're gonna read. Again, this applies to like what I said before. You're just gonna be so busy that like you're not gonna have time to read. And one of my professors freshman year was like, yeah, like, especially for me, because I'm an English major and a journalism major, she was like, yeah, reading for fun kind of goes out the window. And I was like, oh, that's kind of sad, because I love reading, but it is true. Like, you're just gonna have so many other reading material to read during class and other things that it like, you're kind of just like, oof, like I don't feel like reading anything else. But if you're an avid reader and you love reading, then maybe bring a couple of books. Don't bring your whole collection. Maybe bring like 5 that you know you're gonna read, or 5 to choose from. Thank you all so much for watching this video. This is the end of my list. I feel like I talked forever, so if you're still watching, thank you so much. And yeah, subscribe to this channel. I can't wait to see what other amazing content is put out on this channel. So yes, bye guys.
Oh, grace, every time you come around.